Scary story number 16, title, Home Invasion. Story begins. I was in junior year of high school. My best friend Carly and I decided to have a sleepover at my place while my parents were vacationing in the Bahamas. I was old enough to stay home alone and take care of the house, but that didn't mean there weren't rules. For instance, I wasn't supposed to have anyone over while they were gone. But rules are made to be broken, right? I invited Carly over for a few days since her parents didn't care much about where she was, which was perfect for us. The first night was fun, exactly what you'd expect from high school girls. We painted our nails, sneaked some of my dad's liquor, watched old chick flicks, blasted music, and spilled all the latest school gossip. My house isn't close to any neighbors, so I didn't worry about noise complaints. Even if we got a little loud, the neighbors were chill and wouldn't bother us as long as it wasn't a full-on rave. Eventually, we started to get bored. We'd run through all the usual fun stuff and needed something new. That's when Carly had an idea. "Let's prank call someone," she said, her eyes lighting up mischievously. I wanted to tell her it was dumb and childish, but honestly, I couldn't think of anything better to do. "Fine," I said. "Let's use your phone." She didn't mind. We started dialing random numbers, putting on ridiculous accents and making up the most absurd stories. Everything from fake charity calls to pretending we were secret agents. The whole thing had us laughing so hard we could barely breathe. Then it was my turn again. I dialed another random number, expecting more of the same. At first, no one said anything on the other end, so I started my bit. "This is the pharmacy calling about your hemorrhoid cream and extra small condoms?" Carly burst out laughing beside me, but there was no laughter from the other side, just silence. I kept going until the man on the line interrupted me. His voice was deep and chilling. "See you in a few, Carly," he said. We froze. My stomach dropped. How did he know her name? I stammered, trying to recover. No, this is the pharmacy. You're Carly, and you're not at your home address. But don't worry, I'll be over there in a few." And then he hung up. For a moment, we just stared at each other, paralyzed. Then the panic set in. Someone was coming. Someone knew where we were. We sprang into action, locked every door and closing every curtain in the house. My heart was pounding so hard I felt like it might burst out my chest. But just as we finished barricading the house, we heard it, the window shattering. The crunch of glass under boots. He was already inside. "Come on," I whispered, dragging Carly toward my bedroom. We scrambled under the bed, pressing ourselves into the shadows. The footsteps were getting closer, deliberate and heavy. Carly was breathing hard, almost hyperventilating. So I clamped my hand over her mouth to keep her quiet. The footsteps entered my room. My heart was racing as I watched his boots slowly circle the bed. I didn't move or breathe. After what I felt like an eternity, the footsteps retreated, heading down the hallway. I waited a moment longer just to be sure. Before crawling out from under the bed, I motioned for Carly to follow. We crept into the hallway, moving as quietly as we could. But the moment I passed the bathroom, a tall figure lunged out of the shadows. He grabbed me from behind, his arms locking around me in a crushing bear hug. He was huge, at least 6'6", and wearing a black hoodie that concealed his face. I screamed, struggling against his grip, but he was too strong. Carly didn't hesitate. She grabbed the first thing she could, a pair of small scissors from the bathroom counter, and stabbed him in the back. He let out a guttural scream, releasing me in pain and rage. Without wasting any second, we ran. We bolted out the back door and into the woods behind my house, sprinting as fast as we could until our lungs burned and our legs felt like they might give out. Only when we were sure we lost him did we finally stop, gasping for air and shaking all over. Then I heard running in leaves and branches being stepped on, coming in our direction, so I told Carly to get down until I heard him pass by without him knowing he was 6 feet away from us. When we built up the courage, we ran back to the house as fast as we could, looking out for the man in case he came back. We stayed on high alert until about 2 hours later and concluded that we were off the hook. I wanted to call the police, but I couldn't describe the guy since the shadows covered him, in addition to telling my parents that my stupid prank put us in danger. So when my parents came back, I never told them the truth about what happened that night. Story ends.